Hey everyone, Swanton 007 here to continue my series of 2005 pay-per-view reviews. And we're up to WrestleMania 21, XXI 2005, whatever you want to call it. And we'll just get straight into it. The pay-per-view starts off with Lillian Garcia singing the some United States song. I'm sorry, I'm Australian, I can't tell you. I think it's America the Beautiful, which has a video package of Tribute to the Troops. And then we get some promo packages with the commercials that they've done, and then they had a Stone Cold as Gladiator, which is the first time it had ever been seen, which is put on here, which is good. And then the pay-per-view opens with Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio. This was a great opener, great fast-paced sort of stuff, and it really opens the pay-per-view off on a real big high. And yeah, the match itself was like amazing. Like it was good because they both know each other so well, and it was really cool seeing each of them seeing each other's finishes. Like Rey Mysterio got out of the Three Amigos twice and the Frog Splash once, and Eddie Guerrero dodged the 619 2 or 3 times, which was cool. And also something that was good is Eddie Guerrero didn't go straight to the high flying. Like, it started a little bit high flying, and then he went to a little bit of the he went to the ground, did some submission moves, which is something different from Eddie. But the end of the match ended when I think Rey Mysterio got the 619, and then the West Coast pop into a roll up or whatever. West Coast pop into the pin, and won. This after the match they shake hands, and this sort of starts off their little. Pretty much it's the beginning of Eddie's heel turn, as he is disappointed because he can't beat Rey ever. Which, yeah, probably one of the best heel turns of the year, Eddie Guerrero. Overall, I gave the match a 3 1/4 stars. It was really good. Then after that, we had a little backstage promo with JBL in his cabinet and Triple H and Ric Flair, which was very cool. Talking about how JBL is the self-proclaimed wrestling god. And yeah, that was very good sort of promo. So then there was the first ever Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, this was a great match. Watching it in 2011 though, I've looked at some of the reviews other people have given it. Like Dave Meltzer gave it a 4.5 when it came out. Watching in 2010, giving it a 4.5. I mean, there's been so much more stuff that's happened there. It's just not as entertaining as some of the stuff we've seen before. Like, there are spots in it. Like, the best spot in the match is where Benoit does the diving headbutt off the top of the ladder. That was just awesome. There was everyone jumping off the ring, the top of the thing to the outside, and Benoit did a suplex to Jericho, and Jericho was holding a ladder and he threw it. That was pretty cool, like across the ring and outside of it through the ropes. But like, apart from that, there was nothing that special. I mean, Jericho, something happened. Benoit and Christian fell off the ladder, and they all fell off. But it was all the usual sort of stuff that happens. There was nothing that was just outrageous about it. I thought the ending was good. Edge comes in and knocks Benoit's bad arm and grabs the briefcase, which was kind of cool. Something else, Kane gave a chokeslam off the top of the ladder to Benoit, which was cool. No, he didn't. Benoit reversed into the crippler crossface. That was pretty cool. And yeah, so overall, I'm going to give that match a 4 stars out of 5. Okay, so after that, sorry about that, just fucked up a little bit. After that, we've got a segment where Eugene comes out and talks about what's his favourite WrestleMania moment, and he says this is his second favourite, him coming out and talking. The Midgets was his first, when in WrestleMania 2, where the Midgets took on King Kong Bundy. That was kind of funny. Then Daivari comes out and ruins his fun. I don't really give a shit what he said. It pretty much is a time waster for 10 minutes. Then Hogan comes out, leg drops him, and saves Eugene from a beating, just as Muhammad Hussein locks in the camel clutch or whatever I think it's called. And yeah, okay, so that was just a waste of time. Let's move on. So the next match was Legend versus Legend Killer, Undertaker versus Randy Orton. This was a great match. Nothing above 4 stars, no, but like it was a great solid match. It had a great storyline. It had a good interruption, all to do with story, and it flows on after this, which just makes it a great match. There's some good spots where there's some good spots where Undertaker had Randy in the Dragon Sleeper, and then he just got the 3, then reversed into a DDT. Undertaker went for the choke slam on him. He picked him up, and then Randy countered it into the RKO, which was awesome. And then the ending where Randy after that RKO, he does the cut the throat thing that Undertaker does, and then goes to pile drive him, and then Undertaker flips him around and pile drives him back. That was a very good ending, very good way to end the show, very good way to end the match. Sorry, not the show. And that's the sort of endings I like. Good finisher counters. That's why I like Undertaker's WrestleMania matches with Shawn Michaels, because they're just counter reversal. Good stuff. Yeah. So then we had the Women's Championship match between Trish Stratus and Christy Hemme. And let's be honest, it was terrible. I have given it a dud because Christy Hemme had almost 0 wrestling experience, and it showed. She was terrible in the ring. The ending was Trish giving her a chick kick, and she was nowhere near it. She fell over pretty much before it got anywhere near her. She didn't even attempt to make it look like it actually hit her. And after that, Trish won. Trish pinned her. Trish kicked out of the Twist of Fate, which was kind of good. And Christy came out with Lita. So, yes. Overall, I gave that a dud. Thanks. So the next match is Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle. And boy, this is a good match. It's the type of match you'd expect to be counter after counter, mat wrestling, high flying, finishes, countering, all sorts of stuff. Oh my, it was just great. They really started kind of punching around and wrestling and keeping the headlocks in and stuff like that. And there was this one where Shawn Michaels had like a arm leg thingy, and they stayed in that for like 2 minutes, and Kurt Angle just kept trying to counter, and they kept going to pins and stuff. It was really good kind of sequence. Then they eventually floated onto the outside, where they kept trying to go through they kept trying to put each other through the Smackdown announcers table. There was a bit where they were on the apron, and Kurt Angle was trying to suplex him from the apron through the table, which if that had happened, that was awesome. But Shawn Michaels holds on. They do some mat wrestling they do some wrestling on the outside, like Kurt Angle picks up Shawn into the angle slam position and then slams him against the ring post, which was cool. And eventually Shawn gets Kurt onto the table, and then does a springboard moonsault, and the table doesn't break. Of course it doesn't break. But then after that, they get back in the ring, and they start doing all their finishers and counters, and Shawn does his tuning up the band once, and Kurt counters it and gets him in the ankle lock, and eventually Kurt gets him in the ankle lock and taps him out after sitting on the ground and putting in the tree of I think it's called the Tree of Woe, and then that's the move in the turnbuckle. Oh well, and he locks that in. Overall, I've seen lots of ratings give this. I've seen Dave Meltzer give it 4 3/4, and lots of the things on the internet giving it 5 stars, on YouTube giving it 5 stars. And now that I'm thinking about it, like, it's a magnificent match. I was about to give it to 4 3/4, and I felt that there's no real botches in it, apart from the table not breaking. There's no real botches in it. So 5 stars because it's just all round fantastic. In-ring psychology was great. They told a magnificent story, and Kurt got over. You know, it's just I don't care. I don't really care who got over in that match. It was just gonna be good result either way. And yes, guys, that's 5 stars for that match. That's going on my 5-star list. I guarantee that will be match of the year with Shawn Michaels, Shelton Benjamin, close second with 4 3/4 from Raw. Everyone overlooks that match. That's an amazing match on Raw. Okay, guys. I will continue watching. So then we've got what happened next? We had a segment with Rowdy Roddy Piper and Stone Cold, and then Carlito interrupts, and then Stone Cold stuns them both. Then we've got Akebono versus Big Show, which was just an absolute fucking dud. Don't even worry about it. Move on. Alright, so then we come to the second main event of the night, the WWE Championship Match between JBL and John Cena, and this match was not good. It was given 12 minutes. It's a championship match on Raw, for Smackdown. It really should have been given 20 matches. It should have been more exciting, but it was just the usual John Cena match. He was dominated all match, and then he comes back from nowhere, Superman-esque like, to win with an FU. I'm pretty sure because he hadn't used the STF yet, and it wasn't good. I mean, there was nothing special to the match at all. It was just JBL dominating. Like, I can't say anything else about it. I've given it 1 star. I've seen people giving it 1.5. I've seen nobody give it 2, which is just amazing that that's happened. But what can you say? It's JBL, John Cena. JBL, I'd still stick to it. JBL did not have a good match in his WWE Championship reign. Well, after that, we have the Hall of Fame induction, sort of introducing everyone who's inducted and stuff. That was the usual sort of stuff. And it sort of broke up gave the crowd a bit of a rest before they came to the main event, which was the World Heavyweight Championship match between Triple H and Batista. Now, the only reason why this match was better than the first match is because it was given 22 minutes, and there was actually something built in it. JBL John Cena there was nothing really built. Like, it was just a load of BS. But Triple H Batista had been building for 3 months, I think, 4 months or something like that. And it was just, it'd been built so well. And it's just, even though the match wasn't that great, the finish was good. It was great to see Batista get over. He was so emotional when he finally won the championship. Unlike Cena, who just was like, yeah, I won. But Batista he was very emotional about it. It looked like it actually meant something to him. Unlike Cena, it still probably doesn't mean anything to Cena. Even though I do know it means something to him. But it was just, the way that they received the championship was just a whole lot different. Batista seems so much more humble than John Cena did. But I also guess that's the age that they're at. The age difference, sorry. So guys, the Triple H Batista match ended when Triple H was going for the pedigree. Then Batista got him up on his shoulders and did some backdrop on him or something. And then he put him into the Batista bomb and power bombed him. And that's how it ended. Yeah, overall this was an alright WrestleMania. I mean, it started off amazing. The first 3 hours or 2.5 hours were great. You've got 2 4-star matches, you've got a 5-star match, and you've got a 3 1/4 star match, which is just good, fantastic for a pay-per-view. But the ending just ruins it. The ending just ruins the whole pay-per-view, I swear to God. And all the little segments in it, it's just to get people on the card, pretty much, all the little segments that they've got. And also there was a dark match at the beginning of the night, Raw vs Smackdown Battle Royal, Booker T won. So guys, I'm a Swanton 007. I've given WrestleMania 21 a 7.25 out of 10. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.